a crow. They come from miles around just to eat my theater and laugh at my face.
Live from the governor's mansion, you're listening to the Crow's Corner podcast.
Hey yo,
what up?
We back.
DMV, stand up.
After a long break,
Yeah.
we bringing in 2019, correct?
Happy New Year.
So, you know what I'm saying? We took a little what's that, break, hiatus?
Oh, yeah,
Hiatus, whatever.
Go, can you turn my mic up a little bit?
I'm a little low, I can't even hear myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still can't hear myself, but I'm sure God will get that right.
So it's 2019, man. We made it through. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick.
New year, new beginning.
Something that happened there in late 2018. Prayers go out to the family and victims of what happened in New Jersey and in the clinic, New Jersey clinic. 3,000 people contracted HIV and hepatitis B due to medical malpractice.
That's unfortunate.
And that hits close to home because that's like in our backyard.
So, what are the families doing in response to that?
It doesn't. It didn't go into detail with that. It just said they affected over 3,000 people with HIV and hepatitis B.
I mean, we hope that everybody involved, you know what I'm saying, comes out of that,
yeah, because it's, that's a disease that's, to our knowledge, uncurable, but who wants to go through that? When you go to a hospital, first thing that comes to your mind is to be cured. Future reference, please, man, please, y'all get y'all ish together. This is why y'all go to school. It's why y'all do 10 to 20 years in college and getting our master's degrees and whatever degrees. Come on, we human beings, we're fallible to mistakes, but this is more than a mistake. This is an effort. And I don't want to go into the conspiracy theory thing, what happened back in a long time ago when they was ejecting black men with
syphilis.
Yes.
Tuskegee.
Because I don't trust my government. So.
Thoughts and prayers with the family.
2019, Crow's Corner. We've been gone for a while. Took a little time off with friends and family, loved ones.
True.
And we're back, and we got some real hot topics for y'all, man. So,
yeah, I think I'm coming in and out.
Yeah, me too.
That's just the headphones.
Oh, okay, cool.
So let's get this.
All right.
Let's get the show on the
what
road,
topic
man.
we covering this evening?
I think the best that our best conversation or arguments off mic. We was talking about the wall and immigration. Mm-hmm. So I guess
go into the immigration conversation.
We can do that. And tap into a little bit of what's going on.
Sizzle them early, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hit them up with the spices and shit. Yeah, so as to lay the background, there's a serious situation going on in our country right now with immigration. Mm-hmm. Not only right now, it's been going on for a minute. You know what I mean? And then the question becomes, what to do with the immigration. How should it be handled? What are the pros, what are the cons to immigration in the United States, right? So there's a big debate that's going on within our country regarding that, And the thing that I think is unfortunate that I like to call attention to is that everyday people is impacted by the decisions that our appointed officials are making, Everyday people. There's real life situations and there's real life consequences, to the decisions that or indecisions that our elected officials make, Right now, 800,000 federal employees are furloughed. I mean, they don't have no job, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, take that step back. They have a job, but they not getting paid for the job. You know what I'm saying? And so they got real life situations coming up. In terms of paying a mortgage, paying a bills. Paying tuition, paying daycare, food on the table, etc., 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 etc. So me, and I speak for myself first and foremost, but I stand with the common man, the everyday person, you know what I'm saying? I like to consider myself amongst that category, And so whenever you got a situation that elected officials, for whatever reason, that cannot come to a consensus to do basic things to ensure the safety and well-being of the country's citizens, then we got an issue at hand. And it's a social issue. It's a hot button topic, but it's very, very important that we address these issues so that people's safety and their well-being, not only financially, but physical, mental, social, emotional well-being is in a good space. You know what I'm saying? Because when the bills is due and you don't know how you're going to pay your rent, you don't know how you're going to put gas in the car, you don't know how you're going to pay your mortgage, you don't know what you're going to do for food, you know what I'm saying? Then it gets real. And a situation that could be, I think, avoided in a lot of ways in terms of the powers that be, our elected officials, coming to some kind of resolution to ensure that everyday people who live check to check can continue to maintain. So I'm passionate about that. And, I just like to start the segment off like that. You know what I'm saying?
So you agree with them not building the wall? That's what you're saying?
In terms of them building the wall or not, I'm for a immigration system or process that makes sense, that's fair, that's calculated, that's organized, structured well, but that also incorporates the rights and dignity of human beings. You know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about human beings at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So something that is comprehensive, that covers all those things, and our most vulnerable population, our youth, the children, are not impacted in a negative way.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that, because this is my thing. It's an old saying. Don't worry about that person's backyard when your backyard is not together. So my thing is, and this is where I'm coming from, we still got things that we need to fix, especially in the black community. And I think that this whole thing is a distraction from what we need to do as a people. Our backyard is not at hand, and we're trying to fix somebody else's backyard. We're trying to fight somebody else's fight. And we ain't even perfect, not alone, came up with any type of agreement and master plan and a one leader to help us fight our issues. So I think it's all a distraction. I think that we as black people need to focus on what we need to do and stop being distracted and other people fighting battles. That's my opinion on the matter. So we so focused to jump on the next thing, the next fight, the next struggle. Social media is a disease and cancer to us as a people. It's a cancer throughout the world. It has its benefits. That's like any flu shot, but it also can get you sick and ill. So right now, that the first crowd for help, or the first latest thing, or the first trending thing, we quick to jump on it. You understand? And then tomorrow's forgotten about. So what's the next thing to jump on? I think that we need to go back, collect ourselves, and focus on us. Focus on what we need to do. We're so distracted. We don't have to focus. And that's been our downfall since we came over here unwillingly. We're not focused, and each generation becomes less unfocused. You can you can tell in the music, you can tell in the way people conversate, in these cell phones and stuff like that. These are the little signs. If you pay attention to them, you will see that these little signs are very detrimental on a big scale. So my opinion, before we start feeling sorry for this person, these individuals, and those individuals, we need to start feeling sorry for ourselves and start reflecting on ourselves and helping each other out. That's what we need to do, because we haven't done that right yet.
I feel what you're saying. And so I would some of those points I agree with, and then some of those points I have to respectfully disagree with.
Oh, see how you can do that.
And this is why I say I have to respectfully disagree with some of those points. You know, in the matter of injustice, because that's what ends up happening. You know what I'm saying? I like to quote, you know, I believe is the late El Haj Malisha Bash. You know what I'm saying? When he said, "An injustice to one people," and I'm paraphrasing, is an injustice to all people. You know what I mean? And so, I believe that, you know, we are a human race. Before you get to black race, white race, Latino, Asian, you know what I'm saying? I come from a place where I believe we are one human race on this planet. And this planet is home to all of us. You see what I'm saying? And so when I say that not only is there's pros and cons to social media, there's pros and cons to the internet, you know, but one thing that stands out about the internet to myself, or social media, if you will, is the connectivity from people to people, from person to person. You know what I mean? The human race, our society, is connected in ways that's never happened before in human history. You know what I'm saying? To my knowledge, excuse me, sir. To my knowledge, right? So when you talk about the internet, right, I think of it as a way in which the connectivity and the globalization of the planet is manifested. You know what I'm saying? Which is, it can be used as a tool, or it can be used as a weapon. You see what I'm saying? And it really boils down, in my opinion, to the user. It boils down to the person who's actually using the application. You know what I mean?
And I'm glad you said that, because most of the people that use it are idiots. So the harm outweighing the benefit.
Let me
listen. Hold on. So
that
means that there's more idiots and people who are in the dark and people without knowledge online spreading their whatever ideology or whatever thoughts they may have, or whatever beliefs in fights and struggles, is foolish. It's mostly the harm is outweighing the benefit with the internet.
Right. And
you feel what I'm saying? So for getting the resources that you need and utilizing this tool the way it's supposed to be, you're on YouTube. You're making blogs and posts about dumb shit.
So do you?
Bunch of distractions.
I mean, so given that, is that so then that creates what the current, or basically what the new thing will have to be. You're gonna need. That's basically calling for someone that's gonna have to police it. Who would police it? Who's gonna decide what needs to come on and what doesn't? What shouldn't come on? You know what I mean?
In terms of what, the internet?
YouTube, yeah.
I mean, right now, internet how it is. Right now, how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's wide open. It's wide open. You know what I'm saying? And there's a freedom of expression. Now, is that a positive thing or a negative thing? Again, I think it depends on the user, because in the same way you got a lot of foolish material on the internet, and there is a lot of foolish material on the internet, there's also a lot of positive material on the internet too. You can go on the internet and learn, you know what I'm saying, about astronomy, for example. You can learn about history, for example. You can learn about different cultures, different countries. Like there's a lot of different techniques, there's a lot of different things that is online that can be used as a tool. It depends on who's actually using it, and like what are you directing your attention to? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Users and also the whatchamacallits too. The users and also the controllers, who controls the content on the platform.
Exactly, and that it needs to be policed, because I'm gonna tell you this, and this is real talk. We all have Facebook accounts, right? Right. Mm-hmm. You ever tried to post up something meaningful, something with some type of knowledge to it?
When we run ads for this podcast.
Something beneficial.
Done it.
And you may get somebody to look at it. You may get a like. You may get a share. But if I post up, some dumb shit, like excuse my French, some dumb ish with a cat scratching the dog's nose in a fight, that's going to get a lot of shares, a lot of views, a lot of hits. What the point I'm trying to make is, you said that, okay, we have broadband, or we have an internet, we're in the internet era and the social media era, you know, where the knowledge is beneficial.
My bad,
it needs